Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on diversity training. Before we proceed any further, please do note that we publish 3 marketing and management videos daily on YouTube. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's start with the definition of diversity. Diversity embraces color, disabilities, caste, religion, race and gender. These diversity aspects are crucial and are frequently debated. However, diversity can be in terms of risk-taking readiness, family background, values, attitude, and personality that could be extrovert or introvert. Moving on to the definition of diversity training. Diversity training is undertaken by many firms to make employees aware of diversity issues. It creates understanding and can bring about the feeling of togetherness among co-workers. It is an undertaking that allows positive intergroup engagement, decreases discrimination and bigotry. It mostly encourages a diverse group of people to work side by side effectively. From the wider corporate vantage point, diversity training is about making people aware of personal differences in the office. It teaches people how these differences encourage or harm the way people work with each other and do tasks. Moving on to the origin of diversity training. Diversity training began in the 1960s during the struggle for civil rights. This has created the background for equality among white and black people in the office. It promoted equality in anything that needed cooperation, such as sports. Its relevance is even greater now. Firms have started focusing more on diversity after some lawsuits in the financial industry. For instance, in the late 90s and early 2000s, Morgan Stanley shelled out $54 million and Smith & Barney and Merrill Lynch more than $100 million each to settle sex discrimination claims. In 2013, in fact, Bank of America Merrill Lynch settled a race discrimination suit of $160 million. Cases like these brought Merrill's total 15-year payout to nearly $500 million. Moving on to the objective of diversity training. Diversity training tries to get workers to understand that there are no differences between co-workers in the workplace. However, a small change in attitude creates a great team. It improves soft skills and cooperation. It prevents further lawsuits claiming discrimination. This lowers the company's risk profile. It gives a voice to marginalized people. It gives them confidence and makes them feel wanted in the office. It does more than make people sensitive to differences in their surroundings. It teaches them to see these as valuable for a successful team. Next, types of diversity training. First, awareness-based training. This kind of course training is usually used to make employees sensitive. It tries to make workers understand the value of diversity in the office. It alerts workers to their cultural assumptions and biases about different people. The course employs experiential exercises and case studies to train workers. Next, skill-based training. This trains workers' ability to handle cultural differences in the office. Different tools are employed to get workers to advance to the proficiency stage from the awareness stage. These tools help improve employees' understanding of cultural diversity. It helps them interact with a diverse group of people. It helps them adjust better. Moving on, how to create effective diversity training. First, form shared goals. Shared goals lead to shared bonds. Example, soldiers who are rushing uphill, everybody has to move ahead together or they will not survive. Next, become aware of unconscious bias. Everybody has unconscious biases hardwired in the amygdala part of the brain. The amygdala of a person has a strong response to images of races different from them. Third, encourage inclusivity. Inclusivity is more than diversity hiding. It looks for, embraces, and encourages diverse ways of looking at and fixing problems. And finally, discourage prohibited words. Workers should be encouraged to make the office more diverse. This shouldn't be forced to be accepting of each other. Grown-ups don't want to take orders from people. That must not be done while training. Next, different methods of diversity training. First, gamification and office diversity training quickly draws people from diverse groups together. They try to reach a target or develop solutions together. Ideally, workers can engage each other on the platform while they learn and use a new skill together. Example, gamers on the World Wide Web. They speak through headsets to strangers from diverse cultures by playing the same video game. Next, micro-learning. Old school training brought unwillingly, sometimes actively resisting and upset workers together in a boardroom. They would be stuck together for hours. Micro-learning divides sessions into smaller parts. Workers get these sessions when they need them. Third, mobile learning. Many offices have telecommuting options while with other offices worldwide, so cell phones can be used to teach. At any point in time, on every instrument, workers can undergo training. They can learn when they have time and space to focus. Next, why is diversity training so important? First, different ways of looking. Diverse individual backgrounds and experiences encourage many types of perspectives. Next, better at finding solutions. Different perspective leads to a balanced team of employees. According to Scientific American, it encourages creativity, hard work, and improves quality. Next, wider audience. Your diverse group of employees proves that the firm wants equality. This gives the firm a positive reputation. It increases the market share. Next, more people will start applying. People looking for work will be more inclined to apply. This gives the firm more employees to select from. And finally, higher profits. According to a research by McKinsey & Company, firms are 33 to 35% more likely to do better than what their industry usually does with the more ethnic and racial diversity. Firms are 15 to 21% more likely to do better with more gender diversity. Finally, let's look at diversity training examples. Starting with Apple. Apple's global gender split is 67% male and 33% female. As far as employees in US and their race and ethnicity are concerned, 23% are Asian, 9% are Black, 14% Hispanic, 3% multicultural, and Native American, Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islanders 1%, with the rest 50% being white. Tim Cook has stated that diversity is crucial for Apple. In 2013, he said in an article by Wall Street Journal that people are more willing to give of themselves when they feel that their selves are being fully recognized and embraced. In 2015, he stated that diversity is the future of our company. Looking at some diversity efforts by Apple. In March 2015, Apple started a $50 million drive to make the tech sector more diverse. Lasting years, it will give chances to veterans, minorities, and women. Moving further, Apple has committed up to $40 million to the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. They want to develop a database of computer science graduates at universities and colleges which are historically black. They want to coach HBCU staff and students and finance scholarships. They will also develop a paid internship program for talented students. Apple also promised $10 million to the National Center for Women and Information Technology for a span of 4 years. They want to develop a strong pipeline for women in tech. They want to increase female 4-year degree holders to twofolds. They want to make use of scholarships, NCWIT internships, etc. Next example of Google. Google's gender split is male being 68% and female 32%. And as far as the race and diversity is concerned, 51.7% are white, with the next big lot being of Asian at 41.9%. Google has been working on its external diversity initiative. A recent blog posting says that this includes a $12 million grant for organizations working to address racial inequalities. For years, it has started many internal initiatives made to increase workplace diversity. This includes interactive learning, labs for increasing employee racial awareness, and much more. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on diversity training. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel where you'll witness 3 new videos daily. Additionally, if you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.